This is just west of Calgary, and we're at this elementary school, the Elbow Valley.
Ecole Elbow Valley Elementary School.
And
both my kids go here.
And Deepak is a local resident, and we've been in contact with him, and he's very concerned, as he should be, about EMF radiation, the 5G deployment. So I just want to give a context. Can you show the school? This is elementary school.
Elementary school is right here. So that's grades kindergarten to grade
K to 4.
4.
K to 4.
And then back here we've got the middle school, Springbank Middle School, and it's grade 5 to grade 8.
And then you
Back
got
the distance there.
there's the highway number 1, right?
Yeah.
And this is heading out to Banff, Canmore.
Yeah.
And we got some
There's the tower down there. It's on
farmers
field.
And there's a lone monopole tower. We're going to go up to it afterwards to really identify what's on it for the antennas. We're going to do some preliminary readings here, but if you notice in the land there's a dip. It goes down and then it's slightly up, but I don't know what they were thinking with this tower, but it's in perfect alignment with this playground area, so we're very concerned, and that's where you're going to get the most EMF. So Deepak, we're going to do our first reading here.
Sure, sounds good.
Oh, we've got. How come I've reversed it? Just a second. You want it?
So we're in the upper extreme levels here. It's peaking out at 5.36. It's going as up to 3,000 microwatts per square meter. Apparently there's DNA damage if you reach 2,700. The Bio Initiative says it should be about 1,000. My concern here, Deepak, we're getting extreme pulsations from this tower. It's fluctuating from 3.4 up to 5, up to 6, and then down. And those pulsations contributes to the biological effects.
Yeah, it's actually worse. Pulsing is worse than a constant.
And if we look here, here's a sign here.
On the metal playground.
Yeah,
equipment.
so this is designed for young kids, 5 to 12. Look at that.
Yeah, playground safely. Use it safely.
So this is a real irony, Deepak.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You know, they got this tower there. Like, how is this safe?
Yeah. And
These kids are getting radiated here, and Russia just put out
we're reporting problems.
Russia just put out science on it, how kids are more affected, and they're actually banning Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah, kids have smaller skulls. I've done a lot of research. I incorporate this in my practice. I work with clients for their health, and EMF is just one thing we work on. But so I'm well versed on this, and they have smaller skulls, thinner skulls, so they get way more affected. So if anyone should be more protected, it should be the children.
Yeah.
Here's another sign here.
Yeah. Designed for children.
So we're really
5 to 12 years of age.
backward in Canada, Deepak.
So this is in Springbank, just west of Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
There's no acknowledgement of the effects, EMF, non-thermal effects by Health Canada.
No,
The government of Canada.
huge hole.
The whole system has been rigged to protect the telecommunication from liability. They can basically do whatever they want. Let's go over here and get some more readings. This playground is normally packed with kids, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
recess, lunchtime. For sure.
And that sound too is what our cells are picking up.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Can you zoom into that? Look at the pulsations. I think that's what people need to be alerted to on the volts per meter.
Yeah.
See the pulsations there?
Yeah, it's well over. Well, it's fluctuating, but it's at least well over double to triple considered safe levels.
Yes. Let's go over here. I'm very concerned about the pulsations I'm seeing. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
I'd also say that this tower is approximately maybe 500 meters away away from this playground, like less than a kilometer. It's very close.
Yeah, look at that. So these are base level readings. We're not sure if there's 5G antennas on this monopole tower over there, but we're going to go over there afterwards to have a look.
Yeah.
You know, these readings, Deepak, I personally wouldn't have my kids here at all.
No, it's very concerning. No, I'll certainly take this video and the knowledge and pass it along to the administration and the parents' council for sure.
Yeah.
So.
And you know, we can only assume this is going to get worse, right? If they start deploying 5G, they put up another antenna over here. Imagine what the readings are. And there are two antennas along number 1 there.
Yeah.
They're like, what, 100 meters from each other?
Yeah,
we went across the road and did readings. The meter was completely maxed, and they're planning to put houses in there.
Oh, I know.
So those people, like, what are they thinking?
Yeah.
Like, Canada is so backward here. We're throwing our health under the bus for what? It doesn't make, none of this makes sense. This is unacceptable for Canada. Like, we're supposed to be a country that is, you know, educated, you know, developed, advanced. You know, we're doing the right things for our people. Like, it's the opposite. And we got places like Russia, which is vilified in the media all the time, and they're doing what's right for their people.
Not only Russia, there's a lot of places that are banning. Finland, a lot of
France is doing stuff.
European countries that are banning now. At least
Belgium,
5G,
Belgium is doing
Wi-Fi and whatnot in the classroom in the schools.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
let's go over here, because that's a classroom. These are classrooms over here.
These are classrooms, correct.
Aluminum siding. And the middle school, so the kids when they're in grade 6, I think, are encouraged to get laptops.
That's what we've been told.
And they're all set up for the wireless stuff in there, right? So my daughter's in there and I cringe.
And this isn't including the Wi-Fi in the school, Deepak.
No, which
remember
is probably off right now.
Remember that. So you can hear the radiation. The only good thing I can see here is this tree here is it's providing a shielding effect for this area, but that's only one part of maybe that classroom there is going to be shielded. But we're going to have to come back here, Deepak, and measure. But these base level readings are a concern.
No, very, very.
We definitely don't want them increasing.
No, well, I don't know. I think that's where we're headed, right?
Yeah.
And increased density of businesses and or homes around here. That'll probably.
They're only going to add more towers.
They're just going to add more towers.
But what about the small cell antennas they're putting in? Then you got. They're talking about cellular satellites.
Yeah, I don't know what we can do about that.
The FCC just approved 1 million small cell antennas on the ground, which will be connecting. Imagine that coming down. So we're going to have to be metering like this soon.
Yep.
Right? Because
no
it's going to
longer
be
run.
coming down on your head.
There'll be no square inch of the earth that's not connected.
And then, remember, this is just from a lone tower. It looks like there's maybe, I'm guessing there's 8 to 10 antennas on there.
Yeah. And wait till they start putting up more towers in the area as well, right?
Yeah. So this is over here.
There's a farmer down here that he gets called upon about once a month, twice a month, to put up a tower up on Springbank Road. I'm like, please don't do it.
Yeah, this is another irony here. Void injury. Isn't that?
Yeah.
So the whole.
You might not break your leg, but your DNA might get damaged.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the whole system is to ignore this issue. The whole system in Canada, through systemic corruption, has been to completely ignore this, vilify anyone who's speaking up. The mainstream media
No one's talking
completely ignores it.
Nobody's
It's
talking
off the radar.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. I think it's all a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, any of these establishment MPs, you talk to them, they just spout the mainstream line, the telecommunication line, right? So that's unacceptable. And you know,
And if anyone might know, Calgary actually took them to court, but it wasn't because they wanted to stop 5G. They wanted to just charge a higher rent. So they're in coots. They just wanted more.
oh
money.
yeah, they're completely in
Which they lost, which whatever. But
yeah,
so
because of federal jurisdiction. But they're all, you know, let's make this city 5G, right? It's a kind of, it's like all these people running off the cliff. There's some greed behind it, a lot of greed, right? Money to be made.
Money in telecommunications. Dividend stocks, right?
Yeah, yeah. And then there's the whole AI technocratic society, another spin off it too. One guy commented today, I don't know where he's coming from, but people might be hearing this one. You know what he said? Oh, 5G is our future. But who said it's our future? Like, we're not against technology, but if it's harming your health, it's eliminating your privacy, why should that be your future? You're going to lose up to 40-50% of your jobs, Deepak. Why should that be your future? You know, what we envision at NCA is, why not put this technology into an area away from public, at least in the short term, and we'll see what kind of effects. And if you out there want to have all your 5G, well, you go live there and we'll see how you're doing, right? Yeah. Wouldn't that be the prudent way to go forward?
Parks,
yes, keep it isolated. Then we can really monitor the health effects, and after, let's say, 10, 20 years, maybe we could start transitioning it. But between you and I, they're going to see all kinds of health effects.
Like I said earlier, I've done a lot of research. There's 3G is harmful enough. No one's ever done, the industry and government has never done testing on 4 or 5G. And already Samsung's working on 6G. So
yeah, exactly.
Everyone needs to read the book, The Invisible Rainbow.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but that's what I think they should be doing. That's the prudent way forward. Like, to put public health first, you know, honor our liberty, our freedoms, which is connected to our privacy, right? So we're going to have no privacy, you know, through the 5G AI world. So this is very disturbing. But that's what we're recommending to do. We're not saying, you know, some people want to eliminate 5G, but we see no harm if we can do it in an isolated area where people aren't going to be harmed. Then let all those people who want it go live there, like we said. But don't radiate everyone else.
No, against their wishes.
Yeah.
There's no choice.
Yeah.
But that's what should be the way forward.
Yeah.
And let's test this out. Let's really see. But
that's the thing. There's been no testing. No one is testing, except independent scientists who get thrown under the bus.
Exactly.
So this is really disturbing for humanity overall. Like, who are these people making these decisions, Deepak?
They're not the people who live in this community, I'll tell you.
No,
exactly.
But I can't even understand the decision-making process. Like, it has nothing to do with public health, nothing to do with basic liberties, privacy. All I can assume it's driven by profit, control, and I hate to say it, but there's people that talk about depopulation. Yeah. You know, it could lead to that. You know, we have to face those realities.
People will get sick and they won't know what, everyone's body starts out being a little bit different health-wise. So I think when we start seeing potential health effects from this, no one's going to make the correlation, because everyone will be a little bit different, possibly, right?
It's also covered up.
And
health is multiple.
It'll be like the smoking industry.
But look at COVID, perfect example.
Yeah.
You die of cancer, they write COVID, you know, as
skewing results,
right,
for sure.
as, you know,
it's all for fear.
You know, the death certificates, they're fraudulent, a lot of them on that.
Very corrupt.
You know, what are they going to do with 5G? They're already doing it, probably. Yeah. So
I would like to thank you for coming out to our community and taking these readings and bringing awareness to Springbank. And I'll certainly do my part to our school council and administration and parents council, etc. Get this out here, so see what we can do.
Yeah, at minimum, don't make it worse.
Don't make it worse. Yeah.
Don't make it worse, because it's already troubling as it is. Let's do one final reading. See it there. You know, it's the pulsations.
Yeah.
Can you see them?
Yeah. Erratic.
You know, these are kids playing right here.
And the problem is we're in such a band-aid culture. Like, quick fixes and stuff like that. And it's also, well, we don't feel immediate symptoms or effects right away because it's invisible. You can't taste it, you can't smell it.
Yeah, this is over 14,000.
Wow.
14,000, and it's 12,000, 13,000. Look at that. See that, everyone? Look at that. This is really bad in line of travel of this thing. And these are kids, you know, imagine them coming across here playing every day. You see it, Deepak, eh?
Yeah, I do.
It's very concerning. And these are base level. Like, that's only one tower. But we're gonna have to monitor. We will come back. But let this be a warning to people. This radiation is dangerous. All radiation is dangerous.
And it's cumulative.
Cumulative effect. 5G is going to reduce the cumulative effect.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. 5G is in the microwave range. So most people, I hope by now, know you should be standing, watching your food cook in the microwave. You should be using a microwave, but it's in the same range. So what does that tell you?
It's like we're going to have the microwave door wide open here when this launches. It's like crazy.
Literally. Thank you for coming
out.
out.
Thank you, Deepak. Yeah, keep up the awareness. Just remember, when you're dealing with the school administration, city council, it's federal jurisdiction. Remember that. And the whole system has been rigged. That's why we think the ultimate solution is political. We need people in Ottawa who are serious about public health, these issues, and they will fight for them. Then anything's possible. Right now it's so crooked, and the media is like a swamp, right?
Yeah,
it's just disgusting what's going on. But through this activism, local activism, we can make a difference. But what we need to do is build up the awareness, create a critical mass. That critical mass is power. That's what we got to do. We got to wake up a huge mass of people. Then anything's possible. But one thing that's been good is these other countries, Deepak, because it's exposing the corruption here. When you see Russia doing the right thing, you see other countries like Belgium, France doing the right thing, it puts more pressure on these crooked governments that aren't. And it allows us to hold them accountable. And it raises awareness. Because look at Russia, it's a nuclear power. They have world-class radiologists, researchers there. Some of the best in the world. They are authority on this, right? And look at Chernobyl. They live radiation, right? So they know the dangers of it. And so when they speak about it, we listen. But the stuff we put out on coming out of Russia about children, did you see that?
I saw your post.
Yeah, it was a summary of their findings, very disturbing on children. But check that out on National Citizens Alliance. Thank you, Deepak.
Thank you. Please share. If you enjoy this, please share.
Yeah.